This is Manesh Patel from imtftrade. Today is October 25th. Want to welcome everyone to the website tutorial. Um, we're launching our new website. We've been pretty much in beta for about a month and a half now, but we're officially launching it now. I know I'm going to go through everything on the website, all the features, functionality that's available. But before we do that, I kind of want to talk about what's going on in the company and where we're going. Um, a lot of people think I'm dropping the Ichimoku name. We're not dropping the Ichimoku name at all. That is our legacy and that's our foundation. However, we're going for rebranding and we're now moving everything from Ichimoku Trade to IMTF Trade. And one of the reasons why is that Ichimoku has become a sales and marketing word where a lot of people are using that to pretty much promote their educational packages and really not showing people how to use it effectively or so forth. They're just taking the simple things from the free ebook and then just launching in sales and marketing, finding people's names and then selling them off. And that's kind of one of the reasons why we dropped that off. The other thing is that Ichimoku by itself, just like any other indicator, really does not work too effectively. Okay, you guys have heard me in the past talk about that, and I'll keep on talking about that before moving forward. If you guys remember the path I've taken and the path most retail people take is they first learn what a chart is, then they learn what a bar is, then you start learning about price action, you start learning about pivots, trend lines, patterns, and stuff like that. Then most people start going into advanced concepts such as Fibonacci, and then they'll start adding indicators in there from MACDs, RSI, stochastics, Bollinger Bands, person's pivots, the mark indicators, and stuff like that. And then eventually a lot of people end up going down to Fibonacci route. They find that easier, but that's still subjective. When they realize there's subjectivity into there, they move across to Elliott Wave. Elliott Wave is an optimization for Fibonacci because it incorporates wave patterns, and then you use the Fibonacci values there. From Elliott Wave, in order to optimize Elliott Wave and to be able to trade the institutional wave effectively, which has the highest reward risk ratio, that's kind of where people move across to Ichimoku for that reason, for optimization for both Fibonacci and Elliott Wave. The other reason why a lot of people move over to Fibonacci is how it looks graphically. It looks very, very simple, where price, you have this little cloud, and prices above the cloud is bullish, price below the cloud is bearish, and so forth. Along with simplicity comes a lot of sales and marketing people where they could come and abuse that name, and that's kind of what's happened. The key thing in order to sit there and be an effective trader is multiple time frame analysis. And why? This is something that we started talking about more and more and more in the last couple of years because a lot of people don't talk about it at all. Everyone talks about price. All the indicators out there, Fibonacci, all the indicators from Ichimoku, Elliott Wave, and so forth talk about price, but no one really talks about time. Timing is the key. If you could sit there, find price and time meet at one location, that's your highest probability trade. That gives you the highest probabilities, and it also gives you the best reward risk ratio, which gives you ability to do more than 3-to-1 reward risk ratio. And that's kind of what IMTF is all about. IMTF technology and the concept behind the IMTF technology is all about price and time. It's the same concepts that W.D. Gann talked about in 1929 and also Goshi Asada came up with back in Japan. These two gentlemen back in the 1920s were the most successful traders. And the reason why is that it wasn't individual concepts at all, but they ran across a concept called price and time meeting. And that pretty much is the highest probability concept. And that's what IMTF is all about. It's not only talking about price, but it also talks about timing. Right. It deals with multiple time frame analysis. It deals with everything from a 1-minute time frame all the way to 1 monthly. In the last couple of years in our education program, we've gone down the journey of trying to teach the multiple time frame analysis to a lot of people. Some people got it, some people found it very hard to understand, and so forth. Unfortunately, we had to go through a learning process and a university program to start going through and teaching the theories because technology still hadn't met up with everything. In the last 2 years, we released the IMTF indicator for various brokerage platforms, And that technology now allows the user to be able to graphically be able to see the multiple time frame support resistances, strategies, and so forth. And that pretty much is available where you could now see it in a matter of a couple of seconds. Not only can you see it at the current bar, but you could also see it in the past, which no one really has been able to do. And believe it or not, these past IMTF support resistances actually influence price today. And if you guys heard me in the last couple of months, the last couple of years, you've shown me present that over and over and over. Okay. We also will be presenting that in the Las Vegas Trade Show, Traders Expo, coming up in November 12th. If you guys are out there, more than welcome to come up there. The reason why is we're going to have two very powerful presentations out there. We're going to pretty much show people about price and timing. We'll talk about IMTF, and also we'll talk about seasonality to a new pattern recognizer that we've implemented using the same thing Google and Amazon use, which is machine language to find patterns. Okay, so in the last couple of years, we've came out with new technology, IMTF. Unfortunately, the website, it was not able to meet the demands to keep up with the technology and everything we've been doing in trading. So in the last year and a half, I've pretty much been learning about websites and stuff like that and created the own website myself. And this website now gives us the foundation to pretty much create any trading tool and functionality that we need as a trader. And that's what you're going to see today. Okay, so it's not only just trading tools that are available there, but there's a lot of educational videos there that are available too today. And we're going to show you exactly where all that information is and exactly what you have there. Okay, so if you use the old website, believe it or not, this is a lot easier to use. There's a lot more features and functionality that's available and so forth, from both the trading tool aspect to the educational side. And I'm going to go for everything in a couple of minutes. Okay. If you guys do have any questions, you're more than welcome to post them in the chat room. I'm not going to open up the forum for Q&A with voice at all right now. Maybe towards the end of the webinar we will. And the reason why is we're recording this, and we want to make sure there's a flow on the tutorial and go from there. Okay. So let's begin. As we begin, normal disclaimer, this is for education use only. We're not soliciting buy or sell a particular instrument. If you do so, you haven't, excuse me, we're not soliciting buy or sell a particular instrument. If you're doing that, it's doing at your own risk. All information is owned by EIA Capital Group, cannot be copied or distributed without our permission. We are broker neutral, but we support everything from TradeStation, eSignal, Thinkorswim, Ninja, and so forth. Today, when we look at charts, we will be looking at TradingView, which is an online charting platform out there. Okay, is there a reason why I'm using that one? No, it's just something to use to display the charts from the scanner and so forth. Okay, so let me quickly stop sharing from the PowerPoint, and I'm going to go straight to the browser and the website. So just bear with me 1 second. Share. Okay, so this is the home for our new website here. If you look at it, it's www.imtftrade.com. Of course, it is secure, so you have the HTTPS there. Okay, so this is the new website home for there, everything there. The old website is still up, and it will remain up for about at least a month or so. However, the scanner is not updating at all, but all the features, functionality outside the scanner from the educational side is still available there. Okay. The website is very simple as far as the home page is concerned. If you watch this little 2-minute video, this kind of tells you what we're about, and going from there. If you want to sit there and be on our email list where we send you out various different tutorials and stuff like that, well, you're more than welcome to sit there and sign up on our website here. First name, last name, email. Do not worry, we do not sell your names off or anything like that. We're not a digital marketing company. We are pretty much traders out there to trade global markets, okay? If you come down, you can kind of see some snapshots of charts and features and functionality we offer and so forth, okay? That's the home page here. I'm going to quickly go through all the different things in here. First part I'm going to start is the education side, okay? So if I click on education here, and give me 1 second. This is our education side over here, and you can see there's 3 different buttons up here. You could click on them, you could see everything here. Here's a live training here. This is all the live workshops that we have. Okay, some are webinar based, some are in-person based, and so forth. The free one, this is a monthly webinar we're going to be talking about, which is going to pretty much go for our website scanner and talk about trading and so forth. And this is going to be a monthly webinar we're going to start executing starting next month. And go from there. So you're more than welcome to sign up for that. All you do is click on book now, and it'll pretty much give you the webinar registration link, and you could sign up for that. This is our foundation course. It used to be called a 1-month mentoring course. We now call it the foundation course here. This is the foundation course. It's a complete live workshop. It's where basically it goes for 4 weeks every week. We spend 2 hours together, at least 2 hours together on a webinar. And at that point, I give you basically the rules and optimizations for one strategy, and you start implementing it in a live market in paper trade, or you could even do back testing. So every week we go for a lesson plan. You have homework. The following week you present your losing trades. We go for your losing trades and explain why you lost. In that 4 weeks, you have a complete trading plan, which will give you the trading plan for the highest probability strategy that we have, which gives you the best reward risk ratio. If you're an Elite Wave trader, it is a strategy that basically deals with the institutional wave, which is Elite Wave 3. Okay, you'll learn how to do pullback trades, breakout trades, and so forth. This is a very great course, and this is a course I recommend to everyone out there. Everyone that's taken this course has found a very big value in it, and we've not had anyone complain about this course at all. Okay, it does cover every market out there, from Forex, futures, global stock markets, from US stocks to Canada to Europe to Singapore, China, and so forth. And it does cover Bitcoin too. It also covers different time frames, from day trading time frames such as 10-minute, 30-minute, to swing trading, which are 60, 120, 240. And then you have long-term, which is daily, weekly, monthly. Okay. Then you have our big university program. The university program is weekly mentoring that goes from 6 months to 8 months. So this is pretty much where, if you're looking to sit there and become a really good, consistent trader and looking to trade every part of the wave, you need hand holding and so forth, this is pretty much the university program here. Once you join the university program, you pretty much are a family member for life as long as you're active, and you pretty much can sit there and retake the university courses from that point on. There's a lot of elements to the university course. I'm not going to go for it in this call, but you could set up a time to sit there and talk to Dave Turk, which will go for everything with you. You could either email him here, click on here and email him, or you could give him a phone call at the phone number on the main home site. Okay, that's the live training we have. As far as video training we have online, we've got 2 tabs here. The very first one is the Forex 101. This is the Forex 101 live workshop that's online, and basically it'll give you teach you everything from Forex that you need to know. It also teaches you everything on the technical analysis too. So it teaches you what a chart is, what a bar is. It teaches you about all the different patterns out there, from double tops, double bottoms, pennants. It teaches you about all the various indicators out there, from MACDs, RSI, stochastics, everything. So this is a course that gives you, it's not just Forex 101, but it is also technical analysis 101. So this goes for all the indicators out there, and also talks about Fibonacci, Elliott wave, and so forth. Okay. We have another course here on Hakinashi. A lot of people have not used Hakinashi or don't even know about it. Believe it or not, everyone has heard about Japanese candlesticks, but not anyone's heard about Hakinashi. Hakinashi is another form of candlesticks, but it's a lot easier to use and a lot easier to recognize trends. This is a hidden secret a lot of people have not seen at all. And next year, believe it or not, we're going to do a lot with Hakinashi, and we're possibly going to even release another ebook on Amazon or something on Hakinashi. We're not sure yet, but we're going to really emphasize a lot with IMTF and Hakinashi next year. Options, if you never traded options, this kind of goes for everything with options. Talks about the Greeks from Delta Vega, volatility and stuff like that. Also talks about the various option strategies that are available, from calls to puts to verticals to butterflies, unbalanced butterflies, and everything out there. Okay, remember, these are online courses that are available there. Okay, then if you click on advanced trading, this is where you get into some of the advanced techniques out there. So this talks about Fibonacci. This is not just regular Fibonacci here. We also talk about Fibonacci clustering. So we're taking Fibonacci that everyone's used to, dealing with the Fibonacci levels, but we take in Fibonacci and talk about it in terms of multiple time frame analysis too. And some people use the words Fibonacci clustering, but we use Fibonacci. We just say Fibonacci at multiple time frame levels. And then we talk about Elliott wave. So this goes through all the Elliott wave theories, standards, and stuff like that. We give you all the rules out there. Now, of course, there's different rules for Elliott wave out there from vendor to vendor to vendor, but we're going to go through and give you the standards of what Elliott wave analysis is based on technical analysis and so forth. We also will talk about Elliott wave in terms of multiple time frame analysis and Elliott waves within other Elliott waves and so forth. Okay. Then Ichimoku, of course, this is our bread and butter, things that we've been specializing for years, and we've pretty much been taking over everything on Ichimoku out there, and that's our specialty there. So this is the Ichimoku 101, and this goes through and talks about Ichimoku 101 and talks about everything in great detail. Now, when we did this course here, this was based on the free Ichimoku ebook here. So if you come in here in the resources, under education and go to books, right here, we have a free ebook here. It's called Ichimoku 101. It's available in English and Spanish. These are free. You could download them here. And the Ichimoku 101 DVD goes with this book hand in hand. So it will actually take everything that's here, written here, and take it and give you to in the video course tutorial with examples and stuff like that. Okay, so that DVD, that live workshop webinar actually goes for everything here in the Spanish and English and so forth. Okay, and then of course this is the Amazon book I wrote here, which goes through back testing and all that stuff there. Now, the key thing under these education courses is that each of these courses are online. They're short little videos that basically compile into big videos and so forth. So there's modules they're module based. You go through each module step by step until your course is finished and so forth. Okay. So that's what the training course is there. Online courses. This was probably the most valuable thing that you guys will see on the website. This is all available for free. I encourage everyone to go for each one of these because you're going to find exactly what we're about, what tools we make available for all the traders out there, from day traders, swing traders, and long term. So if you come in here, go to online courses, the IMTF tutorial. This talks about the IMTF indicator, and it goes for everything about the IMTF indicator, talks about how to use it to find good trade setups, how you could avoid bad trade setups, talks about some strategies and stuff like that, and so forth. The other thing we also have in here is alert trades. A lot of you guys know, but some of you guys don't know. We also own a seasonal package at alerttrades.com. Okay, you could go for the online tutorial right here called Alert Trades Seasonality Tutorial. I was just talking to a student today about the Euro USD. Believe it or not, seasonality tells you for October, it's basically a 56% probability. However, there's a pattern in there that we recognize with machine learning that told us that basically it was going to be bearish for this month. And it was going to at least go 3.1% movement down. You could discover those patterns and see exactly how to do all that stuff here in the Alert Trade Seasonality. The Alert Seasonality is free, believe it or not. So all you do is go for the tutorial here and you could see all the information there. Then the website tutorial. Of course, we have a website tutorial in here. I advise a lot of people to go in here because it does talk about the scanner and everything that we have available. But the other thing that's going to be available in there is that every time we think of a strategy that you could create with a scanner, we're going to put a tutorial here. So all the strategy tutorials on how to build the strategies, various different strategies for different things that you guys need, are going to be all in this website tutorial. We just posted our first strategy today, which is called a retirement strategy, and you could pretty much do it for free with our free services and so forth. So I highly encourage people to do that. We're going to be adding more strategies in the next couple of days there. Okay, if you've gone through here, let me just quickly go through here. This is the IMTF tutorial. This is a quick little video that kind of gives you idea what the tutorial is all about, gives you the agenda and so forth. You click here in the start workshop, and whoops, you have to log in. And so if you have to at least register for free to get in there. Okay, so I'm just going to say test free. So this is a free subscription. So all these available for free under free subscription. And let me come back in there. Does not want to go. There we go. You just come in here, and this is a new thing that we've built into the website. Before, you had to go through 2 or 3 hours of videos straight. It was very hard to do, especially if you have a short attention span. I have a short attention span, about 20 minutes, and you could pretty much go in here. So if you click in here in the module 1, and you could go through, these are small little videos that basically are like 5-10 minutes apart, and you could go through them one by one on the website, and it builds up to basically being a complete course. So you can mark this complete, and you can see this is a short little video. Once you're done, it'll mark it complete. You can go to the next one and so forth. So you no longer have to go for these 2 or 3 hour videos straight. You got these courses that you could pretty much go through some modules, then come back later and so forth. And finish up the tutorial. So these online courses now are something that's very valuable that we've been able to do, and it's enhanced our education process as we move forward. Okay. As we went for the books, there already, training courses, we're already gone for the training courses. The other thing is the blog. You guys know we basically send out a lot of information on social media, from Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and so forth. But however, myself and my students basically write articles, and these are all here in the blog here. And you guys could see some of the articles were written here. Here's a market holding multiple time frame support. If you click and continue, you could see the rest of the article with live charts and stuff like that. Michael Colquitt wrote an article here, the Colquitt's Corner. That's his little blog area. And you could see exactly what he's doing. But if you ever want to see what we've been doing, I've been blogging since 2007. And all you do is go to the archives here, and you could actually see myself a journey as a trader, just like you guys did as a retail trader. And you could see that we've been blogging all the way back to April 2007. So it's years and years and years of blogs. And if you just click here, you could see here all the blogs here. You can see where I talked about GAN, Fibonacci. So you can see exactly the progress I've made in my trading career as we move forward. Okay. Resources, quickly go for this. There's not much information in here. Charting. So this is all the charting platforms we support with the IMTF indicator. If you don't know anything about them, you could just come in here like TradingView. Some of you guys may not know what TradingView is, so you could click on TradingView, and it tells you about TradingView, Ninja, eSignal, and TradeStation. These are the 4 vendors that we support for the IMTF indicator because they give us the ability to do what we need. Our disclaimer, our privacy policy, all about us, all that information's here. Testimonials are here. Form, this is not available yet, but this will be our support form and trading form in the future. So this is kind of like a blog type of form where you as subscribers will be able to go in, ask questions for both support services and also trading purposes. So this will become active probably in about a month. My guess, if not month, maybe we'll be launching it January 1st, but everyone that's on our email list will get a email on when the form is going to go live. Okay. So pretty much we've gone for the education side here. Let's go for the products here. There's this online tutorial here. Notice there's nothing here. So if I purchase one of those workshops like the Hakinashi or stuff like that, whenever you log in, all the tutorials will be here live. Okay, but right now, since this login hasn't purchased anything, nothing's available right there. Okay. Now, the biggest thing I wanted to go through is a couple of things before we go into the scanner. So the first thing I want to go is the IMTF indicator. Some of you guys have purchased it, some of you guys haven't. Here, you could directly purchase the IMTF indicator for all the different platforms here. Just go and choose the particular vendor you want and click on buy, and you can purchase it, and it will enable you for that platform. If you click on seasonality here, this will take you to the seasonality website where we give you monthly statistics based on demand. We added 2 other features in here for a cheap yearly price, which is one is the calendar and one is that pattern recognizer I just talked about, which is new, and you could pretty much buy that there too. Okay, that's the IMTF indicator. Now let's talk about the website subscriptions. Once we go for these subscriptions, I'm then going to go through and show you exactly what's available on the scanner for each one of these subscriptions. Okay, now if you were on the old website, the IMTF Trade, the subscription model has completely changed. It's a lot easier, it's cheaper, and it's better. Okay. Before, you had to purchase whether you wanted currency, stocks, futures, or anything like that. You no longer have to do. All these subscriptions in here pretty much give you access to every global market out there, from currency, stocks, and futures, and so forth. You no longer have to choose the instrument class at all. It also will give you access to any time frame out there, from 10-minute, 30-minute, 60-minute, 2-hour, 4-hour, daily, weekly, monthly, and so forth. Okay, so that's all going to be available for each one of these subscriptions. Now, the free version, so all you have to do is just register here, and what you're going to have is, in the free version, you're going to be able to scan for bullish and bearish setups for any global market in any time frame for free now. Okay, this is something new that we added that was not available at all before. You had to pay for it. Now it's available for free. So you can scan for any bullish or bearish setup, which are pretty much the green shaded areas for bullish on the IMTF indicator, red for bearish for the bearish setups and so forth. And this is pretty much for any instrument in any time frame around the world. And that's pretty much all you do is just register on the website, and you'll automatically get classified into as a free RT scanner. Okay. Next level is level 1. Level 1 includes the bullish and bearish setups from the free part, but now also includes, for $19.99 a month, you'll basically get the IMTF dots and crosses, which is the IMTF support resistances. Okay. So if you want the shaded area and the IMTF support resistances, which is the IMTF indicator, then pretty much it'll be $19.99. Okay. Level 2 is pretty much the free and level 1, but now what it does is include these 2 optimization levels. So now what you could do is you could optimize this subscription level with momentum, which is the Shikao span from the Ichimoku side, and then we also have a proprietary method called strength, which will allow you to optimize even further. Okay, so you could optimize both breakouts and pullbacks with these 2 optimization levels, and that's $29.99. And then the last one, which is optimization 3, which is $49.99, includes everything in here, but now also includes all the Ichimoku parameters out there. And we'll go and log in into level 3 in just a moment, and you'll be able to see exactly what's available there to move forward with. Okay? So you guys can see the subscription level is a lot easier, a lot cheaper, and a lot simpler now to pretty much implement and go. Okay? I have to admit, the Ichimoku trade was not easy as far as subscription levels, but you guys have to understand we're traders and we're learning as we go forward. The key is we're humble and adapting with times and so forth. One thing I forgot to mention, a few social medias, there's all the social medias here, and this is pretty much on all the pages there. So you could click on here and go to any of the social medias that are available out there. Okay. Now we're about to go to the scanner in a minute, but one thing I kind of want to highlight here is whenever you sign up for a subscription, if you want to change it, you no longer have to call us or email us. You could come in here, go to my account, go to my subscription, and you could basically change your subscription at any time. If you had a paid subscription, want to go down to free, you could do it online here. If you want to go from free to level 2, you could do it online here. So there's no need to send off an email if you give us a phone call anymore. Everything's online here. If you need to update your credit card or add a new credit card, it's all here. If you want to change your email password, everything's in here. Anything that you purchased also from website services, subscriptions, all your invoices will be all right here too. Okay, so everything, all accounts information is all in my accounts here, which we really didn't have on the old website at all. So that's all pretty much being available here now. Okay. So now let's go through and let's go for the scanner. Okay. So to go to the scanner, I logged in as a free subscription. I'm going to give you an idea of what's available for free subscription. I'm going to click on scanner here. It's now going to take you to the scanner. So here's a scanner here. I'm going to quickly click on reset here. Okay. This is basically the layout of the scanner, and I'm going to go for this layout step by step. The layout is pretty much the same for all the subscriptions. The only thing that's going to change are the menu options that appear for each subscription feature set. Okay. But this layout's going to pretty much be the same that's going to be available out there. Okay. Here you have your tabs. So you have your 10-minute tab, 30-minute, 60, 120, 240, daily, weekly, monthly. You have your general tab, which we'll show you in a minute. This config tab here controls what you see in each column. So you could turn off fields and turn on and off fields in the config tab here, and then you have email alerts. So what you can do is you could set up all the parameters for your strategy here for any time frame here, save it as what we call these profiles, and then you could have the profile results send you emails directly, and you could choose the dates and times that you want these to be sent, and I'll show you an example of that in just a moment. Okay, so this is pretty much the general layout you have here. Okay, so over here, this is the profiles. This is where you save your setups, and we haven't done anything yet. We will in a minute. This shows you how you could order. You don't really need to do that here. You could actually sort in here by just clicking on these columns here, and it'll actually sort for you based on whatever column you click on. Okay, if you're looking for a particular symbol, you could put that in here. Okay, now the very first thing let me just kind of show you here. This page is set up to refresh every 3 minutes. You could turn that off. If you want to do a manual refresh, you click that here. Also, if you want to do a reset all the parameters back to default, click on the reset button right here, and they'll automatically do everything there for you. You can see we're here in the page format here. Right now there's 20 rows for a page. You could choose 10, 30, 50, 100, 200, whatever you like. This website is built for tablets and mobiles too, so you could view this on your tablet, you could view this on your mobile phone, and it'll automatically adjust to everything there. And you can see all the pages that are available here too. Okay. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the general tab. The reason why, this is where you could choose the instrument class you're looking at. Here we have currencies, futures. On the US side, we have S&P 500, 400, NASDAQ, Dow, everything in there, UK, Germany, Canada, Nifty, Malaysia, China, world indexes, Middle East, Australia, and so forth. So for purposes right now for demo, I'm going to just quickly come in here. I'm going to choose S&P 500. So I click on one. Once you click on one, you could hold down the control key and you can now choose different asset classes. Okay, so I could choose in here S&P 500, currencies and futures, and now I've done that there. Okay, in the free version here, we give you the ability to filter based on price, average volume, and current volume in here. Okay, and based on what menu options in here, you could see that you could click on these different things here. So let's say I want to see in the table the description. I could click on that there, and if I want to see the average volume here, I click on that update, and what it'll do is it'll show you all this information in the table in just a moment. Now what happens is I could go to the time frames here, and I'm just going to choose weekly for now. And this gives me all the instrument classes I basically chose and shows me all the information here. Okay. Now, as I mentioned, in the free subscription, you have the ability to scan for the shaded areas. So all you have to do is choose the time frame you want. You could choose multiple too if you like, and we'll do that in just a moment. So what I could do is I could come in here and say, okay, you know what? Let's go to 240 minute, a 4 hour. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and say, I want to find all the bullish shaded areas on the 240 minute. You could see this window down to 2 pages only. That kind of even tells you the state of the market, okay? So you could kind of scroll down here and you could see that basically there's the 2 pages right there, okay? So let's do this to 20 rows, okay? So now this tells you, gives you a list of all the instruments there, right there, which are basically a strategy number 4, which is the bullish green shaded area. You can see all the information here, all the company information in here. Let's say you want to find multiple strategies on different time frames. So let's say you want all those instruments to also have a strategy on the 60-minute, which is bullish. Why would you do that? Well, if the 60-minute breakout triggers, then it could sit there and trigger the 240-minute breakout too, because there's no resistances there. This way you could take a trade off the 60-minute, do your risk off the 60-minute, but now you could access the reward with a 240-minute and above. So this gives you the ability to do a 3-to-1 reward risk ratio very easily. So this here you could see is filtered down to these opportunities here that are basically gives you a green shaded area on the 60-minute and 240, okay, which is very high probability. So you have the ability to do any of these things in here, okay? Let's say you want to find a pullback trade, okay? What can be a pullback trade? Well, if you look at it here, a strategy number 4, bullish here, is basically bullish here, okay? If you go to the higher time frame, you could go to weekly or you could go to daily, it doesn't matter, okay? What you could do is sort by strategy here. And you could see in here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're looking for a bullish number 4, a bullish setup on a 240. And what you're looking for is on the weekly to be bearish. So the trend on the weekly time frame is bearish and it's trending. And then what you're looking for is a pullback, bullish pullback on a weekly, which will set up to be a bullish trade on the 240. So by doing this, you're now setting up to trade major pullbacks on the 240-minute because you're looking for a bearish trend on a weekly, and now what happens is you have a bullish setup on a 240-minute. So there's many different things you can do with the different strategies depending on what your criteria is and so forth, okay? If you guys have any questions, you guys can more than welcome to ask us via email at info@eiicapital.com, okay? Now that's level 1. Now let's go through, oops, I'm going to go ahead and go to level 2, okay? Sorry, that was a free subscription. Now I'm going to go in and basically log in as level 1. Level 1 is basically the free subscription that gives you both the shaded areas, but now also gives you the ability to sit there and scan for the multiple time frame support resistances, okay? I kept my cash here, so basically you still have the same parameters as we did before. But now if you go into the General tab, you now have these IMTF support resistance menu that popped up. If you guys have gone through the IMTF tutorial, if you have not, all you have to do is go into Education, Online Workshops, and go for that tutorial right there. You'll know exactly what these dots and crosses are. The highest probability trades are always the ones that have dots and crosses. To scan for both of them, all you do is click on dots, click on cross, and it now basically sits there and makes sure there's dot and crosses on all of them there, okay? If you're an aggressive trader and want to relax the rules and want to make sure there's more opportunities, just click on crosses right there, and you'll see there's a bigger list here that's available, okay? So that's the key thing, is that you have the ability now in level 1 subscription to scan not just for the shaded areas, but also scan for multiple time frame support resistances based on day swing or swing long, okay? And of course, you could go into config here, and if you want to see it in the table, it's already there, and you could see that column here, which is right there, and it tells you exactly what's available there, okay? Now, one thing we have not mentioned is how to save these profiles. So if you come in here, click here, I've already created the test profile. What you could do is, as soon as you set up all the parameters, all the different time frames, all you have to do is click on Save as a Profile, and I'm going to say this is Test 2. Okay. Now, this is saved as test 2. I could save this as another profile and use this as a foundation to create all my other profiles by doing that. Okay, so, or I could go in and change something if I made a mistake, do an update, or I could delete this profile here. But if you look, it's right there for you. Okay, so now once we save these profiles, I could have the system sit there and automatically email me. So what I could do is I could come in here and email alerts, and I could sit there and come in here and say, okay, I choose my profile, which is test 2. Right now, we just have frequency weekly. I want to see the result every Tuesday, Wednesday. And this is a 24-hour clock Eastern Standard Time. So if I come in here at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 12 o'clock, and 2 o'clock, and then click on save. And now what happens is it saves you as a profile right there. And there's your email alerts here. So you could go into any email alert of things that you've set up. You could click on them here, you could change them, and you could do whatever you want in here, okay? So you could go in and change all that, and you could also click on test here, and this will make sure that you are getting emails. I would advise everyone the very first time to click on the test. If you don't get the email, check your junk mailbox to make sure it's not there. If it is, move it across to safety, and then you get that there, okay? So pretty much we've shown you how to do the emails there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to email this because I don't want this to come to my dummy mailbox. Okay. So that's how you pretty much set up the profiles there for everything that you need. Okay. Now this is level 1. Let's go in and look at level 2. Okay, so I'm going to log in as level 2. I'm going to go right back to the scanner. And now remember, level 2 is going to include the shaded areas, the IMTF, but now also give you 2 optimization parameters in here. And you could see in the menu options here, you get the CK momentum, which is the momentum indicator, Shikao span and Ichimoku, and the proprietary one here. Since we're looking for bullish setups, I could automatically go in here and optimize here, and this automatically is going to find you the highest probability breakout trades that are available there, okay? Also, if you want to do pullback, this will also do pullback optimization. The key for optimization and pullback is to make sure you have these multiple time frame support resistances there for pullback trades. So that gives you the optimization automatically there too, okay? Notice also one thing in the general tab, you now have the ability to sit there and see options information. So you can scan for unusual options, unusual volume in here. You can scan for low volatility options, high volatility options, and so forth. You also have the ability to do gap percentage scanning for people that do gap strategies for gap and crap or gap and go type of strategies and so forth. Okay, so level 2 basically brings in the optimization to the optimization levels, also brings in the options functionality, and you also have the gap functionality there, okay? And then the last subscription that you're gonna get, so you have is level 3, which pretty much is everything there along with the Ichimoku parameters, okay? And if you come under scanner, you're going to see all kinds of information now. Okay, so let's go to the time frame tab first. And you could see here, you could just scan for strategies, but you also have all the other Ichimoku strategies in here too. Don't worry if you don't know what all these strategies are. All that information is available on the online workshops, on the website tutorial. It goes for each of the strategies there. We always talk about in the public, which are strategy number 4, which is the green shaded and red shaded area, which is here. But there are other strategies there too that are that you can trade, and that's on the ebook and also on the Ichimoku thing there. Momentum here, you can scan for momentum. There's the strength. You also have the ability to scan for price above the cloud or below the cloud. You could scan for the cloud sentiment at price and also in the future. And this one gives you the reason why this box is bigger is it gives you ability to do multiple selections. So I could say I want the cloud below me to be bullish. Okay. And I also want the future cloud to be bullish too. So you have the ability to do that. So you click on two of them there, and this basically appears right there. Okay. Over here, let's click on off. Okay. Over here, price versus SKB. You could say I want price to be above the SKB, which is the support resistance for the last 52 bars. I could want it to be above it, below it, or I want it to be touching it for a possible pullback type of scenario. I could have price above the Kijun-sen, below the Kijun-sen, or touching it. I could have price above, below, or touching the Tenkan-sen. If you love the Tenkan-sen Kijun-sen cross strategy, this is where you could pretty much come in here and say, okay, I want the Tenkan-sen Kijun-sen cross to be bullish or bearish. Also, we have a proprietary counter trend level. So you could have here, I want to look at things at a counter trend level here. And also you have the ability to sit there and scan for overextension. The extreme overextension is the black dot on the IMTF indicator. The medium overextension is the yellow dot on the IMTF indicator. And the low is basically the red dot on the IMTF indicator. Okay, so that's all available there. And you could sit there and turn these things on and off at will in here. Okay. I'm going to click on reset real fast. Okay. Now, the other thing that you get under General tab, you have all these features here you had available, but now you also have the IMTF strategy. If you guys remember the IMTF email alerts that we had available, they were a little complicated and so forth. It was a separate product. That product has now been merged into the scanner. So now what you could do is you could say, okay, I want to see all the 4 time frame opportunities out there, 5 time frames or more, or 6. And what this means is there's a strategy on 4 time frames. This one means there's a strategy on 5 time frames or higher. This one means there's a strategy 6 time frames or higher. So this gives you a high probability of success. So let's just look at the 6 time frames and above. Let's go to daily. And you could see, let's choose the S&P 500. And this filters out a lot of stuff for you already. So now if you look at this, this tells you there's 6 time frame opportunity for these particular instruments here, okay? Now, the key thing is that what is your trading time frame? If my trading time frame is 60 minute, I come to 60 minute and say, okay, I want you to find everything that's a bullish or bearish for, click on bullish, bearish, neutral, and here's my opportunities here. These are the time frames I could sit there and trade these particular instruments on a 60 minute, and these are bullish and bearish. You could know which ones. If you're bullish only type of scenario, then you choose the bullish one here, and it chooses that. But this shows you there is a 6 time frame buying opportunity. That means that there's 6 time frames that have a setup already, which increase your probability of success. Okay, so there's video tutorials on these time frames too, but these are the highest probability trades, and it does filtering for you. There's not many trades that come there, but when they do, they're very, very high probability. And this is something that we've been talking about as a separate product before in the old website, but it's merged here, and you have the ability to sit there and do filtering based on time frames, which you weren't able to do before. Okay. So I think we've covered everything on the website here that's available. There will be 2 enhancements later on that we will be offering for any subscription, which is what we call a breakout optimizer and a pullback optimizer. So we've built in some proprietary codes to sit there and do optimization for you automatically, so that'll be available there. Once those 2 features are available, we will send out an email to everyone with some online tutorials and so forth, and show you exactly how it could be used in your trading and how effective it is. Okay? So that pretty much concludes the website tutorial. Did anyone have any questions? You could type in the chat. There was a question. Pete was typing in http://imtftrade.com. Pete, put www.imtftrade.com and it'll automatically take you there. Well, so James, there was a question, how does this interface with TradeStation? So the IMTF indicator is available for TradeStation, Ninja, and all those particular products. Okay, you have the shaded area, you have the dots and stuff like that. What you could do is the website will sit there and allow you to filter based on the parameters you're looking for, and then all you do is go to the charts and basically see those opportunities. So the scanner and everything is built here. It's not built into TradeStation at all. We are looking to add cryptos right now. We are looking at the data feeds, but one of the biggest thing is that we wanted to finish this website first, and then what we could do is start adding other enhancements such as crypto. We possibly will be adding filtering based on fundamental analysis in the future. We also possibly will be adding filtering based on other indicators too. So this website will get enhanced a lot more. The foundation's built so that we can sit there and easily expand this website, whereas the other one we really couldn't do that much at all. So we're able to do a lot with this now that we weren't before. There was a question, is the IMTF indicator available for Ninja 7 or 8? It's pretty much available for Ninja 8 only right now. Reason why is that we really couldn't get the code working for 7 since there was some features and functionality that we needed that were only available in 8. A lot of you guys, I think, are confusing. You have an IMTF subscription for NinjaTrader. You have the IMTF indicator for a NinjaTrader. Doesn't really mean you have a subscription here on the website. The key thing I would do is come in here. You could register for free and start scanning for the shaded areas, and then you know exactly what charts to look at on Ninja, eSignal, or TradeStation, or whatever may be the case. Any other questions? Yeah, we've put a lot of work on this website. It's pretty much been a year and a half in making, but it's going to give us the ability to do a lot in the future. You guys really haven't seen much, but believe it or not, this website also will be working with Alexa in the future, where your subscription, we're hoping where you could sit there and talk to Alexa on Amazon Echo and stuff like that, and Google Home and all that stuff too. So there's a lot of features and functionality that's there that we just got to implement. And the reason why is this whole website's built on the AWS platform. Well, there was a question I'm using Saxo Capital Interactive Broker. So right now we don't directly send orders to any broker or brokerage platform at all. The only thing we do is we support charting platforms. The only ones that we support right now are those 4 that are available I gave you. In the future, we will be supporting possibly MT4 outside the US, not inside the US due to regulations, but outside the US. But that will probably be not available until Q1 of next year. And then we're going to be launching that outside the US for MT4 or MT5. We're not quite sure yet. But we don't directly support order flow to any direct broker at all. All we do is we support the charting platform. Well, what website, James? The IMTF trade. So the website's here. It's just imtftrade.com. You could see it right here too. Can you just go through general again, please? When I select currency, all keeps coming up. If I go to general tab, click on currency, Now, you may see things, a whole bunch of things. You may not see a whole bunch of things. Let me go reset this here. Okay, I'm going to go to General tab. I click on Currencies here, and then I just go to any time frame here, and you can see it's only currencies. Okay, the recording will be available, but you also have the ability, just if you want, you could just go to education, online courses, and go to the website tutorial. It's going to go for everything I went through in 5 to 10 minute modules, step by step. So that's something that's going to go for everything in great detail. I would encourage people to go through there. It's going to, the website tutorial is the same thing I've gone through here at a quicker pace. If you have a current subscription, the old website, and not moved across to the new one, I would suggest calling Dave Turk tomorrow or emailing him, and you could talk about moving everything across your subscription. Here's our contact details right there, which there's the phone number and there's the email right there. Most everyone, believe it or not, have moved across your account to there. It's just you may not know it yet. This webinar will be available. We'll send it out to you on email. We will be adding in the next couple of weeks another section in here, which is called a video library, which will pretty much be all our workshops, everything, archives, and all that stuff will be available there. Just trying to find the best way to do it from a graphical point of view so it's easier for you guys to see. So I really want to create what we call a video library. And then from there, people could choose the different things in the video library and be able to access any of the videos. Believe it or not, we have over 700 plus videos that we've created since 2007 on YouTube. Not a lot of people know that we have tons of videos out there, but we got tons of videos from Thinkorswim tutorials to Fibonacci to Elliott Wave to DeMark to tons of stuff out there that we've created over the years, and that's all available on YouTube, but no one really sees it. So we're trying to figure out the most logical fashion to bring those those tutorials to this website so that you could easily sit there and search for whatever you need and be able to access it and go through it. Any other questions? So one thing I want to emphasize is that we are not going away from Ichimoku. A lot of people think we are. We're not. Just think of this as an enhancement. The I in IMTF stands for Ichimoku. It's just Ichimoku multiple time frame analysis. So it is still our bread core. Okay, so the question is what videos you should go through. The very first video I would recommend people to go through is if you go to education online workshops, I really would highly recommend you go for the IMTF tutorial first. Once you understand the concept of IMTF technology to support resistances and how to use it in trading, then I would go to the website tutorial. And then you could sit there and go through at your leisure the alert trade seasonality. So I would go for the IMTF tutorial first, website second, and then alert trades. In fact, I'll change these orders on the website later. So you just go down the path there. Okay. How do you register for the website? Well, you just come to the website and you'll see a login button here. Let me log out and I'll show you how to log in. The good thing now is that the website before really didn't have anything free available. Now you pretty much for free could sit there and scan for shaded areas for any instrument in any time frame. And that's the biggest change that we made. So click in here and then just click on register here and you can register for free. Any other questions? Nope. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys love the new website. As I mentioned, there's a lot of enhancements that are coming slowly with time, and we'll go from there. Dean, there's a question. I have the seasonal scanner subscription. Probably have you gone through the tutorial in here? I would advise, if you haven't gone through it, go for this tutorial here, and I'll show you exactly how to use everything. Can you filter for crosses only? Yes, you can. So if you just go into the, let me log back in. Oh, sorry, I'm just looking for a login screen that's right in front of me. So all I do is go in the scanner, then the general tab, and if I just want to scan for crosses, just click there, and it just scans for crosses. Okay. As I mentioned, there's a lot of features, functionality that's going to be available there. There's a lot now already, but people just don't realize it. And that's one of the reasons why we're creating these strategy videos out there. The very number one thing we always talk about you should be doing is, outside of trading, you should be managing your retirement account. You should have some retirement trades. And that's one of the videos I created today, is a strategy video. And that's available for the website tutorial. In the next couple of days, I will be adding more and more videos there under the website tutorial on different strategies that you can build out with the menu structure that we have here. Yeah, it's a lot less busy. It's a lot more user-friendly, and it's a lot more easier to understand too. We have to admit, it was the old website was not user-friendly at all. And you have to understand, we're traders. We're not, we didn't specialize in education at all. It's something we've learned with time. And, I'm very good at the back end technology. I really didn't know the front end designs or anything like that. And that's one of the reasons why it's taken me a year and a half to learn, how to sit there and present this stuff accurately and easier on the front end for everyone. But the good thing is that, you have all this here. One of the things next year we're looking at doing is you could build out strategies, and you'll have a back test module where you'll be able to sit there and test your current strategy that you build out over the last couple of years, and see exactly what the results would be. So we are building a big data warehouse along with this current website, which we didn't have before. And I'm not sure if you guys have learned, understand machine learning, but there are machine learning algorithms are running at all times too, and all the data. So we are crunching for various different strategies and stuff like that out there too. Anything else? No? Okay. Well, thank you everyone for joining. I know it's early morning for some people, late evening for other people, and normal times for other people. But thank you for taking the time away. I hope you guys enjoyed it and find it very valuable. Look forward to a lot of videos in the next couple of weeks, next couple of months now, on all these different strategies and so forth. Thank you.